I did not edit those shows, thank God, because I would have had an impossible time doing it. I would not have been able to make those decisions of how to edit them. And I think the audience that watches the show has really grown tremendously based on the sanitized version, and people love it, which to me is all about the fact. What I always felt doing the show was, and I told HBO that you can watch pornography to see sex. You're not going to watch the show to see sex. You're not going to watch the show to see tits and ass. They'll be there, but ultimately the show's about the characters, and that's got to work. And I think the fact that the sanitized version does work as well as it does really speaks to the fact that the characters are what people watch and care about.
Then they buy the DVD and they get a shot.
But it's amazing that how universal those stories are. It's all over the world. Everybody has those same experiences. So how would you where do you come up all those ideas? Because and nowadays it's getting more drama. There's not so much comedy. If I compare the movie to the series, it's not so funny.
Not so funny, yeah. Well, I think I have this theory that all comedies turn into soap operas eventually, and I think that's what happened with Sex City. It happened with look at anyone, Friends, Even I Love Lucy. Eventually, she has a little Ricky. It's like because you get so involved in the characters' lives. But I think when Sex City started for me, it was about making I'd wanted to do a comedy, and I wanted to make every episode funny. I wanted the comedy was really important. And then I think it becomes less important because people are so attached to the characters that they don't. The comedy sometimes, the extreme comedy can take you out of it because but. At the beginning, for me, it was very much about the comedy.
Yeah, I understand your point. That's a good point.
Dans Love Série, vous générez une valeur du rêve américain. Si vous aviez tourné en Europe, par exemple, est-ce que le succès aurait été rendez-vous?
You are instilling the American dream in your TV shows. If you shot in Europe, would you have done the same, or where would you have?
I think I would love to do a show in. I love Paris, so I would always thought I'd love to do a show in Paris, and I think if I did, I would romanticize Paris in the same way that I would think about New York, and maybe it's not completely realistic.
Ce n'est pas prévu?
Isn't it planned already?
Pas encore.
But you are shooting in London to the next.
Perhaps, yes.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Is it also drama? Can you also say that? Is it more comedy or more drama
I think there's always comedy.
Okay.
I think it's like you need. Especially with a movie, you need emotion, you need story. So I think there'll be a sense of drama too. There'll be a sense of, drama and.
Even more comedy than last time.
Well, I thought the last one was funny.
I didn't actually. It was very emotional. But
it was emotional. It was emotional.
It wasn't so funny.
It wasn't so funny. It was like. I think there'll be.
Topics.
I think there'll always be humor. I think they'll definitely keep the humor alive.
Okay.
No question. And I think some of the humor, I think it's how you interpret it, because to me it's like some of the humor comes from just the absurdity of the situation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
J'aimerais savoir quelle vision avez-vous des fictions et des séries françaises, et si vous en connaissez?
What is your opinion of French productions, TV shows, or feature films? Do you know any of them?
Sure, I did. I saw a really good French movie that was a thriller last year. What was the big movie that was out? No, not the Hidden. I saw Cachet, but not that. What was there's another one with Christian Scott Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Tell No One. That was good. That was really good. I mean, that was as good as any movie that That was one of the best movies I saw last year. I thought. Exciting and I think I love French film. I really do. I think that Truffaut's films I love, and they have. I think I do see French movies, and not TV shows so much because we don't see the TV shows. I think French film is huge influence.
Et la grande différence entre les séries françaises et les séries américaines, c'est évidemment le budget. Par exemple, quel était le budget pour une série comme Beverly Hills pour une saison, par exemple?
For one season for Beverly Hills, what was the budget? Because
well,
if
but
there's
that's
a
for
huge
every
difference.
country though, not compared to the United States, because we have large budgets because we have
On a beaucoup de
such
budget
a larger audience
parce qu'on a plus de budget.
and advertisers and all that. So the budgets are very high. I mean, you know, for an hour show now, the budget is like around $3 million
$3 millions
per hour.
par heure.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Can I ask you, what's your favorite TV serial or movie you have made, and why? And tell me something about the because you have some kind of influence, which kind of persons you want to have to the series. So, what the looks is? How meaningful is the personal the look? Because in for example in the Beverly Hills, there is a lot of very beautiful persons. So,
Right.
how
How important
meaningful
is
is that?
I think that you know, the shows I've done are, I think there's a sense of escapism to them, you know, and romanticizing and glamorizing, absolutely. So I think I've always, you know, I've done that, and I think that I brought, you know, with Sex and the City, I think it was a combination of, you know, the sort of that outrageous humor with those sort of the trappings of that sort of like, you know, very glamorous New York world.
It was interesting. Stanford was like a real, just a normal guy.
Yes.
It's like deliberate, but like not the gay stereotype, but really just rock standard guy in there.
Yeah.
Rather than some campy.
Well, he was pretty he was
Pretty
campy
campy.
enough.
Pretty boy.
No, and that was part of the humor actually, you know, is that he wasn't a pretty boy, because that made it a lot funnier. You know, I think it kind of like, you know,
Unreal.
and real for sure.
But it's easier to choose prettier persons to the shows because you always have those kind of persons.
Yes, and I think the tough thing is to find, you know, certainly beautiful, you know, attractive actresses who can act and who can be funny. It's like that doesn't always go together, you know.
But it's your best show you have made, Sex and the City.
My favorite, you know, what I love Sex City. Whatever show you're doing, it's got to be your favorite while you're doing it. You know, you gotta love it. It's like your children.
Peut-être dernière question, quels sont les projets que vous avez en développement et dont vous ne nous avez pas parlé?
Which kind of project do you have undergoing and which you haven't talked about yet?
I have a show that I'm developing for HBO, a series, but it's in a script. It's in the writing stage, so sometimes it doesn't always happen. You know, you're writing it, you see if they make it, and you know. So.
It's the Diary of Collier?
No, that was something we did and we didn't end up making. So that's why it's like it's not. I'd rather talk about them when they're filmed after they're filming. You know.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Thank you.